to my channel and happy 2018. Can y'all believe that it is 2018 already? This is crazy. I feel like 2017 was so crazy. I've been watching, well, y'all, if y'all follow me on Instagram stories specifically, you guys will probably see that I'm always watching the news in the morning, specifically MSNBC. So I've been seeing them do all of the like roundup year, like top 10 craziest moments, not craziest, but most impactful moments of the year. And it was just like, whoa, so much happened this year that I feel like it was a whirlwind low key, like between my own personal life to the actual country and the world and all the storms. I mean, just a crazy year. Okay, so I'm really glad that it's over, and I'm so excited to be in a brand new year, and it's a fresh start, and we can really just be better in 2018. That's the goal, at least, you know. So I wanted to really dive into kind of a look back at 2017 for me personally, and share with you guys kind of some things that I went through / learned from, and how I'm moving into 2018. So I'm gonna go ahead and start on my makeup. I just applied this Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Oil. If you haven't tried this yet, it's really, really good. I tend to have normal to combo skin, but in the winter, I'm definitely more dry. So I like using really heavy moisturizers and oils on my face before makeup, because it just makes any foundation I use just glide on my face so much better. So I use that, and then I'm also using this NARS, I think it's the Sheer Glow. What is this? The Sheer Glow foundation? Yeah, Sheer Glow foundation, and I am in shade Tahoe, which is medium dark 2. So yeah, that'll be the foundation that I'm using. I'm gonna go ahead and add this Beam Team cream that from Estee Lauder or Estee Edit. I've had this for like probably too long, honestly, maybe 2 years now. Ooh. But I love like the glow that it gives underneath my skin. I really want to use the Farasali. Is that how it's called? Farasali. They have like all the like tinted oils or like glowy gold under makeup oil. I don't know what the hell it is, but yeah, I want to get some of that too, because I'm really into like a fresh skin look lately, which I think that was what I was into all of 2017, and I think that trend is continuing into 2018 for me. So yeah, and honestly, sometimes I'll just wear this gold on my skin by itself and maybe cover up little blemishes or anything else I have, and it really gives, like, it doesn't do much, but it just does it does just enough to give you some sort of extra kind of oomph if you are more of a plain simple makeup routine type of girl or guy. I love this stuff, and that's why I've held on to it for so long. What happened in 2017 for me? A lot of things happened in 2017 for me. 2017 was the first year that I was fully full-time on YouTube, Instagram, all that kind of stuff, like lipstick and curls full-time for a full year. You know, in 2016, I had still just graduated from my master's program in May. So I only really had that summer and fall to really see what life was like, you know what I'm saying? But this year was the first year that I actually was doing this full time. And overall, professionally, it's been great. It has been really good, and not something that I feel like in the past I've been way more career focused with like planning things and whatever. But this year, I was definitely more focused on my overall well-being, because some things were happening like right in the beginning of the year that I really had to get a handle on within myself. So this year was definitely, or I guess 2017 was a year that I started really having to address some, I don't even want to call them issues, because I don't feel like I had issues, but there was things in me that I hadn't been addressing, or I kind of just like let fall to the wayside type of thing. So basically, as far as professionally in 2017, we had a great year, okay? We had amazing content, really, really awesome partnerships, and I was flourishing and blessed. So like, let's go ahead and get that out the way. We're talking about like me, personal growth, really, because that was what my dog is snoring. So sorry y'all if you hear him. He's right here on his little body pillow. That was supposed to be for me, but he has made it his now. He's right here on the floor sleeping. So if you hear snoring, it's Bolt down there. But yeah, so I had to address some things with myself. And in particular, those things were health physically, health mentally, and health spiritually. So all of them, but it was all health related. And so in February, that's when I moved to Oregon. And that was when I really left all of my normalness in Texas, because I'd been in Dallas, the area, for like 8 years. All of my friends were there, all of my college friends, all of my, post-college friends, my master's programs people, like, all of that, from, my quote unquote life before, really my life now, which is the life that I feel as though I was always supposed to have. I feel like I'm finally like my complete self, my 100% self. So like everything in Texas was everything before I tapped into my truest life, truest self, and all that. So I left a lot of my comfort zone, you know what I'm saying? And moved with Mark, which, to be honest, y'all, we did not have those first year issues that most couples have. And I know that we're not married or anything, but just living together for a year. We're exactly a year in, because I helped him move into our first apartment around this time last year, before I actually made my final move, like moved all my stuff. But I was already living in Oregon basically before I actually moved my stuff in February, like early February. So we actually did very good. Like we have our issues here and there, but we're so good about communicating that all of our issues are solved with communication, or we're working on them through communication and through working with each other, working on ourselves as individuals as well, to be better for one another. So honestly, on the relationship report, I guess, for 2017 is that we did great. We had some challenges, but every time we came in front of a challenge, we always bounce back. We always are real with one another. We're always honest, and we didn't have really any troubles this year that I can think of right now. But all the troubles were with me. Everything that I went through this year was very centered around like the person that I am. So moved to Oregon in February, right? And we're kicking it here. And first, it rains a lot in Oregon. Okay. And I wasn't prepared for that. And if you live in the Pacific Northwest, Seattle, Portland, Washington areas, you know that in the spring, especially last year, it was very, very gloomy, very, very cold, rainy, snowy. I mean, it was really all those elements, but there was like hardly any sun. And in Texas, obviously it gets rainy and everything, but not to the extent of like nonstop rain or nonstop gloomy days in a row. You know what I'm saying? Like it would be 3 weeks straight where it would just rain and nonstop. And so that started hitting me. And it kind of threw me into this like cabin fever depression. At first it was just like, oh, I need to get out. I need to like do something with myself. Like I'm bored and I have no friends here. I don't know anybody. So that was also a mix. Usually if I'm not feeling up to, my usual self, I'll just like go hang out with somebody or whatever. But we were here by ourselves, on our own. And then also I've had a history of anxiety. I feel like I talked about this on here, but maybe I didn't. I can't remember. But for those who don't know, I have always struggled with anxiety, and it's something that I never thought it was a thing until maybe a couple years ago, and I never went to, okay, well, let me back up. So I first had my first issue or panic attack when I was in high school, and it was before a big test. Actually, it was before taking the pre-SAT, and I had a full-on attack, and I had to go home and all this stuff. And I never really thought of it more after that. I just said, oh, like, it's a panic attack. It's fine. Everybody gets them, whatever. Moved on. But this theme started happening where every year in the spring, I would be exhausted mentally, and I would fall into kind of a depression / high anxiety. And I don't know if it's just because I burn myself out every fall or what. And I thought back then, and even in college and my master's program, that it was just school. I thought it was just, working school. I was doing a lot, y'all. I've always worked and went to school, and then always was highly involved in other things outside of school, plus running lipstick and curls for the past 7 years. So I always had this, especially the last 3 or 4 years, doing this as a job on the side of everything else I was doing. So I just assumed that every spring I just got really exhausted because I was always doing the most in the fall. And so this was the first year that I wasn't in school to actually see that, oh, wait a second, it's not school, it's not work, it's actually me. Like, it's me that every year around the same time I'm having these feelings and this anxiety. And so I went through, a phase where I was just not feeling myself. I felt like everything that I was doing, everything that I was putting out to you guys was whack and not interesting or inspirational. Like, it was just lame. And I look back even now at the beginning of the year, and I look at some of the things that I did, and I was like, oh, that was so lame. Like, why did I wear that? Why did I do that? Knowing that that's not me. Even looking back in 2017, early 2017, I'm like, that wasn't me. And so I ended up, chatting with a therapist on the phone who essentially said that I probably just had, a general anxiety disorder or whatever. And I was like, okay, I don't know, whatever. I don't know what that means. I don't know how severe it is. It scared me. I got referred to go have sessions with a therapist, but I was like, I'm in Oregon. I don't even know anybody to ask if they know a therapist that they enjoy. And I was stuck on this thing where I was like, I have to have a Black woman as a therapist. I don't know why. I kept thinking, I don't want some random white dude trying to tell me about myself. I don't know why, but that's just so in that time, I never went to the therapist. I decided, okay, if I'm not going to go this route, then I have to do something that's going to help me on my own. And so I started looking online, and I started finding all this information about how, physical health obviously affects your mental health, but I didn't know to what extent. Okay, so I started doing all this research on gut health and physical health and all these things, and I was like, wow, I never realized how busy I was doing school, doing work and everything, juggling lipstick and curls, traveling, this, that, whatever, that I was not doing anything, y'all. I wasn't doing anything for my health. And anytime I tried to do something for my health, it was always very half-assed. You know what I'm saying? It was very, oh, no. Dropped my foundation. Everything I was doing for myself was very half-assed. I don't know how to explain it, but I wasn't giving my all to actually, being healthy. And then it was I started feeling oh, well, if I work out for a month, then my anxiety issues are going to go away. That was not true either. So I was always looking for that quick fix. And I knew that if I really wanted to fix, my issues, I had to have a different approach. So the first thing that I did was I started just looking for vitamins to take. So I wanted to make sure that I was getting enough nutrients, which that was a huge part of it. I was not getting enough nutrients in my body, which was literally making me feel like a crazy person. And then I started realizing that, whoa, I don't have any sort of mental connection to my physical body. Like, and that's real. Like, I never realized how I just ignored my body. So like, I would get different signs that things weren't normal, like not having a period for months at a time. Things were not normal, but it just didn't click for me until probably the summertime, when I was like, had done the research and started taking vitamins, and was just like, whoa, well, maybe if I start, changing my diet, it'll help. So I stopped eating meat. And you guys know I talked to you guys about it. And so I switched to vegetarian with maybe fish, maybe twice a week, if that, maybe 3 times, but mainly vegetarian. And I started doing that, and that really, really helped. That on top of the vitamins and just drinking more water, honestly, because I was in the gym, but I haven't been consistent all year. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, but when I focused on my diet more, I saw more results in my physical body than when I was in the gym. And so I focused on my diet for probably the whole fall. I would say the whole fall I really focused on diet. I was hella busy too, so I didn't do much else with the gym stuff, but I'm back in the gym now, which I'm excited about, and I'm in a whole better like mental space about the gym and everything. And so that was like a huge struggle for me, was like realizing that my anxiety was not the cause of everything or anything, but it was the result of me not paying attention to my body and not taking care of myself. And that was the big thing too, was like I realized that I was not taking care of myself. And once I had left Texas and got into this new place and professionally depending all on myself, and you don't realize how much structure you lose when you're not in an office. I had no hobbies anymore that I did on a regular basis. I had no ways in which I relaxed anymore. I had nothing geared toward my own wellness, like of me. Like I had nothing. And it was crazy because I was like, wait, what? I don't do anything for myself? All these things I'm doing, all this work I'm doing, all these, ways that I'm touching people and connecting with people, and I don't do nothing for myself? How is that possible? It was possible. I was always a second thought. And I, as in not like things I want to do or think, whatever. Me, my physical being, who I am right now, my temple, I was ignoring completely. And I didn't know until it really started impacting my entire body, my mind, everything. So that's when I kicked it in gear, and I started really diving deep, you guys. Really diving deep, really reconnecting with myself, trying to find things that I love, but maybe I hadn't tapped into, reconnecting and honestly discovering, because as an adult, I didn't know who I was. I didn't know, who I wanted to be. Like, nor was I even making, like goals for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like as a person, not professional goals, because that was the thing. It was like, Jade, you got the professional stuff on lock. Like I'm smart. I have skills. So I focused on my skill set professionally for so long that I never realized that everything I was doing was all professional based. It wasn't like a person based. And so I started asking myself, like, what makes me happy? Because nothing was making me happy. I was at the beginning of the year, I was so successful and still am super blessed, and I wasn't happy. And I was like, what is going on? Why am I not happy? And the same thing happened to me last year, 2016, when in the spring, I was like, I'm about to graduate, I'm this, I'm that, and I got this Colgate commercial, but why am I not happy? Like, I'm not struggling anymore. Why am I not happy? And that's when I had to stop and be still and be like, because happiness has to come from within you. It can't just be something that you work towards and you achieve from an external place. Like, it has to come from your spirit. It has to come from within you. So if you don't know what makes you happy, then you have to stop and look at your surroundings and look within and say, how do I address what is going on here? Like, how do I find my happiness? And a lot of it is being still. A lot of it is being still and being still and just trying to give yourself a break in a sense too. Because I think, like, as a woman, and I'm a type A, my spirit animal is a freaking African lioness. Like, I'm a Capricorn, but my rising sign is Leo. So I have a lot, I'm very extroverted and stuff. So I gain a lot of energy from people. Like, being around people makes me happy and stuff. And that's why I love connecting with you guys and doing what I do. But I also have to find happiness within myself, like being content within myself. And that was not easy. I went through a lot of things, even with Mark, where Mark was showing me who I was. And I was like, I don't like her. Like, I don't like her. Like, why is she acting like that? Like, that's not cool. And I had to be real with myself and say that you gotta stop, like, pretending that you're this or you're that. You've got to stop trying to be this person. And that was another thing another part of this year that really changed and helped me was getting my natal and birth chart read by an astrologist. So I'll put her info down below, but her name is BECCA and she's absolutely amazing. And I absolutely loved my session with her. I feel like I told you guys about her, but if I didn't, I can't even remember. I feel like I tell y'all everything, but then some people don't see, whatever. She's amazing. And so I got my chart read by her in August. And so I started learning some things from her about myself through my reading. And it was so helpful. And I really enjoyed it. And I learned a lot about myself through that reading. And what I did was I did the reading. I did her cosmic juice reading, I think. Whatever I guess the most package. She has packages, and the one where she does everything, basically. So she not only read my chart, my natal chart and my birth chart, but she also helped kind of talk me through ways I can work on things that I wanted to work on, and maybe kind of shed some light on some things that were going on with me that I knew was happening, but wasn't aware of yet. And so I took the recording, because she does it via Skype. And well, if you're not in New York, we did it via Skype and we recorded it. And so I went back and re-listened, because it was about an hour. Re-listened and took notes, and I was like, this is everything. So that was a way that I got really centered as well, was from that. And if you don't know about cosmic readings and stuff and astrology, do research before you jump into it. I always loved reading horoscopes, but I was never really like aware of like how it all works and stuff. So after having that reading by her and learning more about it, I'm more aware of how it like works. It's not fortune telling at all. It's more so about getting understanding of who you are, like at your core, and how you may perceive the world and how you may project out to the world. That's, I think, a good way to explain kind of what my experience was with it. But anyway, so I did that, and that helped me with my kind of self-discovery journey as well this year. And I just learned that, I have everything that I want already. I kept feeling like for a long time that I had to work towards being more compassionate. I had to do certain things to be more fearless. I had to do certain things to get to that point where I felt like I was more confident, like this woman over here is. And I want to be, exciting like this person. And what she told me, she was like, everything you want to be, you already are. You are already all those things. And what she also helps me realize is that I had to start having gratitude with myself. I had to start, celebrating who I was and the things that I was doing, because I'm a workaholic. I go hard, y'all, but I go hard and just like don't take a moment to, or I used to not take moments to actually like recognize what I'm doing, like the impacts that I'm making, the opportunities that I'm having, and celebrating like them. You know what I'm saying? Like I would just like get a brand deal and be excited for like 20 minutes and then be in work mode. Like, okay, we're doing this. What's the next thing? And I think a lot of us do that in life. Like we're always looking for like the next thing. And I like projects. So I'm always like, ooh, what am I working on right now? And it was like, no, when it comes to who you are as a person and where you want to be in life and how you find happiness, it is in you recognizing your magic that is already in you. It's already there. Everything you want to be in the future, every characteristic that you aspire to be more like, you already have those things in you, and at the time that you decide to start operating in your magic and not in whatever mask you're wearing to the world, that's when things change. And that leads me to the next thing I want to talk to you guys about. So we're starting a new channel in 2018 and it's going to be amazing. So I'm really excited about it. It is something that I've been wanting to do for so long. I've actually wanted to start another channel for like the last 2 years. And I never did it because I was always like, well, I want to keep everything in the same place. I don't want people to be confused on, where content is and where I am. And I don't want to like, do unnecessary work for myself that doesn't need to be there. It was just a lot of things. And I just didn't want to detract from this channel either, like I didn't want to like start another channel and then let this channel like die off but then the last couple weeks I've really been thinking about it and meditating on it, praying about it, and I was just like, you know what, just do it. You've been Lipstick and Curls for going on 8 years, and it's time to do something different and stop thinking that it has to be at the same level as Lipstick and Curls. Like my new channel, Jade Chronicles, doesn't have to be anything or like anything. I preach to you guys all the time about not getting caught up in like too much preparation for your dreams, or things you want to do. Like just go out there and just tackle it, just go for it. And my number one advice, especially for bloggers, YouTubers, just start the channel. Just do it. Just start. And I'm taking my own advice. This new channel, Jade Chronicles, is really going to be all lifestyle, inspiration, business talk, life talk, relationship talk. I mean, all the vlogs. Like you guys won't see vlogs really on this channel anymore. I wanted to start showing you guys more of me in a more organized way. So I have a lot to say and I have a lot to give, and I feel like being only here on Lipstick and Curls, there's a lot of you who love just the beauty and like the talks too, like a get ready with me type of situation. But I know there's also a lot of you who don't necessarily care for the beauty aspect, but you like my conversation, and I like having conversations with you guys too. So that's what I want to amplify in 2018. And my theme for 2018 is to create more than I consume. So this is a baby project for me that will push me to just do more and not beauty. I love beauty. I absolutely love it. You guys do not worry. The tutorials are not going anywhere. The get ready with me's are not going anywhere. I'm only giving you more of that, literally. Like, because I won't have to mesh the two kind of worlds together anymore, since there'll be two different channels, I can give you guys hair videos every week. I'm going to be doing more reviews, and I'm talking about reviews that are going to be what you guys are really wanting. I haven't done first impression reviews in I don't know how long. I haven't done straight up product reviews in a long time. And you know what? I feel like I don't see enough people at my level doing straight up hair reviews. Like, let's talk about hair products. Everybody's on makeup stuff, and I love makeup and I'm here for it. But I'm like, what's popping with the new curly hair products that are coming out lately? Like, there's so much out there on the market, so much. And I have tried and am using so many different things all the time. So I'm like, I don't want to overload you guys. So I can't post like 5 times a week. First off, I ain't got time. Second off, it's just, I don't want to overload you guys because I want to do so many things. And so that's why we're doing 2 channels, because now I will have the opportunity to show you guys what I'm using currently, doing like comparison videos. I'm like really wanting to do like hair product dupe videos. I'm like super excited about that. I've already got a ton of content plans. So you guys are going to be so excited and loving everything, because honestly, in 2018, I'm just giving you more Jade. Like, that's just what it is. And that makes me so excited. And I know you guys are going to love it. So yeah. Go ahead, go follow the new channel, you guys. Make sure you're on notification for the new channel, because the new channel is going to be everything that your soul needs, okay? Everything that you need to live your best life, honestly. So that's what I'm super, super excited about for 2018. And you know, I've got other little things that I'm working on as well, that it's just going to be a great year. I'm claiming that. I'm unapologetic about it. I know that it is going to be great, because I am doing the things that I need to do to make sure that my spirit is right, to make sure that my mind is right, that my body is right, you guys. I've been praying, and this is another thing. If you are like somebody who kind of like goes back and forth, like, oh, you're on a health kick, then you fall off, then you get back on it, then you fall off, then you get back on it. For me, I had to make it spiritual. And that was the third health theme of this year, was my spiritual health. Perfect. So I had been, okay, so in 2017, I went to church, not a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. And I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, you have to go to church to do whatever. I'm not that person, y'all. Live your life. Find what works for you. Find the religion that works for you. Have faith, but do it in your way. Because at the end of the day, nobody can judge you. Nobody can. People can have opinions, but their opinions are null and void, because it's your life and your choice on who you choose to worship, how you choose to worship, and what your faith life is like, what your spiritual life is like. So this year I took ownership for my spiritual life again. And after I broke up with my ex London, if you guys remember him from 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, I got really back into my faith when I was in that relationship. I was in church every Sunday. I got rebaptized in 2016. Like, I was really on this like very, very traditional route with my faith and my spiritual life. And when that relationship ended, that also ended, because I went to his church and all that kind of stuff. And I kind of felt jaded a little, because I felt like I had been living a life that he wanted me to live and not what I wanted organically. What I wanted organically was a strong spiritual relationship with God. That's what I wanted. But I got wrapped up in I don't know, the tedious and logistic aspects of it. And I know it's a touchy subject for some people, and I don't want to go too much into that aspect, but I just felt like I had to choose. And that's one thing I have to also share with you guys is I got my aura red this year, and my aura is very orange, which means I am all creative, and I am a creator, which means that not just, tangible things, but I have to create my life. Like, I can't do things like everybody else. I can't do things anyone else's way. I have to do them my own way, and I have to be in the process of the creation to be happy, to be truly happy. I have to be in the creating process. So this year, I basically started over. I started over with God, and not in I'm dropping everything on. No, I'm taking everything that I've learned in my life about God, about the Bible, about Christianity, about my faith, and I've always been very spiritually connected, so I never lost that. But this year, I said, you know what, Jade, let's start from the basics, because I felt like I had gotten wrapped into a lifestyle that wasn't mine back then, and I wanted to start a new lifestyle with God, and it be my own, it be something that I chose for myself. So I talked to you guys before in a video about First Five, the app, and I've still been going strong. I try to journal multiple times a week, if not every day. So the app is a Christian app where they have daily devotionals that you can read, and it asks you questions and stuff, and has a prayer in there for you, and it kind of breaks down scripture, but they have plans, and so each plan is a book of the Bible. So I literally started at Genesis. I'm like, okay, I challenge myself to get through this entire app, and I don't know how long it's going to take me, because that's like getting through the entire Bible, but it's a guided process, is a guided journey, and that's what I've been doing lately, and it's been really, really good. It's been so good, and that's how I've been kind of getting back into my spiritual life, and not like I said, not like that I left it, but actually doing something for myself. Like, I decided in 2017 that I had to create structure for myself, and that was one of the structures that I had to create. Was I had to do something. If I wasn't going to be in church every Sunday, I had to do something else where I was connecting with God mindfully multiple times a week if I wasn't going to be in church, because I travel so much and I haven't really found a church home here in Oregon that I like. So I was like, okay, I don't want to just stream on Sundays because I don't feel it. I don't know. I don't like streaming church services. I'm weird like that. Maybe I'll change. Maybe if y'all have a suggestion of churches you love to stream, let me know. But yeah, so I've been doing that, and that's been really, really great. And kind of relating it back to my physical health is that I had to really pray, y'all, about my exercise journey and my just overall health journey, because I didn't have the desire to be in the gym. I just didn't. I didn't. And I knew that. I was like, I have no desire to be in the gym. I'm not even going to try to trick myself. I'm not going to try to do some mind thing. I have no desire. So what did I do? I prayed about it. I said, God, please give me the desire to be in the gym. Please give me the motivation. And I was praying on that a lot. And he's giving it to me lately. I've been in the gym consistently for the last 3 weeks. And that's not a long time for some people. But for me, that's a long time. And to not feel the burnout, because I always feel burnout week 3-ish, but I still feel good. So yeah, I had to do that. And I think the overall thing for me for 2018 too was he's really snoring, y'all. He's really loud. I had to connect everything back. So essentially this year, I had no structure, right? We talked about this, but through, you know, looking at each aspect of my life, physical health, my mental health, and my spiritual health. Like, all those things were out of whack in the beginning of the year, all of them. And now I'm ending the year feeling like everything is together. Finally, everything is like good. And not to say that everything in my life is perfect, because it is absolutely not perfect, but I feel like I'm better equipped to handle daily struggles and daily mishaps and things moving forward. Oh, sorry you guys. My camera, first off, totally died, and I lost all of my light. Like, it just got dark as hell, and it's only like 1 p.m. and it's this dark outside, and I'm too lazy to go set up all of my other studio lights just to finish the last part of this video, so don't judge me. But yeah, so I just went back, obviously, and did my hair off camera because obviously I needed to charge my camera battery. So yes, let's go ahead and finish up. I am going to be using this Givenchy powder. This is actually a bronzer, but it's basically my skin tone. So I'm going to just like set the rest of my face, because I just dusted this BECCA soft blurring powder. This is the case, the pink powder. I dusted that all over my, just on the places that I highlighted. But I like to go in with this just in the areas that are like more like my skin tone, basically. Oh, dang it, I messed up my little baby hair. And this one has like a slight shimmer to it. So it lays on your face like very satin velvety, which I love. I got this at Sephora like months ago. And I've been loving it. But like I said, it's a bronzer technically, but my shade is a bronzer for some people, so. My gosh, you guys, I hate this lighting. I hate it. It's so like blasting me out right now, but it's the best I can do. Where do we go? So I'm really not gonna do much to my eyes. I'm just gonna add some shimmer probably, which I'm using Ray's palette, her BH Cosmetics palette. If you guys didn't get this, I feel bad for you, because this palette is actually very bomb. Ray is super sweet. I've known her, when did I first meet Ray? I met Ray, when was that? It was in LA. We were at a dinner, like a small group dinner of, gosh, was that 2015? I think I first met her in 2015, and then saw her at YouTube Black, and she's always been super sweet in person. And so when she did this collaboration, I was like, I have to get something from it. And it was the palette and the brush set. And so I got the palette because I have enough brushes, and I've actually been using this all the time. I took it on a trip with me not too long ago to, I'm gonna actually use Sunset in my, under my eyes. I took this on a trip to LA and literally used it for every occasion that I went to while I was there. I'm just gonna go in with my finger. I'm gonna use Tiffany. I'm always drawn to Tiffany, which is like this red-ish copper. You guys can kind of see that anyway. It's like a reddish copper here. Actually, you know what? Let me do a real swatch, like a real beauty guru, you know. You guys can see that it's really pretty, very shimmery. It's like a dark red, rustic color, but yeah. Sorry, this light is like blasting everything out, so just believe me, if you need to go see swatches, obviously you can go to Ray's page, which I'm sure all of y'all have already ordered this and got this and been playing with it. So anyway, yeah, see, look at that, so pretty to me. And you don't need a lot. And I'm not doing the most, because I am in a hoodie. Did y'all get Auntie Jackie's products? I cannot wait till they get it in the mail. I can do this, okay. The light came back. Okay, so the sun came out a little bit again, so I can cut that light off. We're just having all kinds of struggles today, but the show must go on, so let's keep it moving. I'm gonna just add some brow gel. I forgot to do this earlier. I'm gonna go in with this Smashbox Halo Highlighting Wand. This is basically a liquid highlighter, but it has a little brush on it. So I like to take it off my hand and then obviously brush it on my face. So put a little bit on my nose. And this also gives my highlight something to stick to as well. Oh, if you guys are wondering where my sweatshirt is from, it's from Kith. This was the Vogue collaboration they did a few months ago that I was dying to have one of their sweatshirts from, because they did crew necks and like hoodies. Of course, it sold out the first 2.2 seconds that it went online, but Mark found one for me and got it for me for Christmas. All right, so last but not least, we're doing the highlight. This is the new BECCA Vanilla Quartz highlighter. It's got like iridescent gold kind of look to it, and it's really, really pretty. I want to do this. It's like a shimmer orange color. I think it would be just super pretty. This is called Carat Stick. Oh, that is so pretty. All right, you guys, that is it. I hope you guys like this look. Definitely go follow the new channel, Jade Chronicles, right now. Link will be in the bio. Link will be in the bio. We are not on Instagram. Link will be in the description box, and I'll also link it in on this video as well if I can. I don't know if I can do that. I will if I can. So I hope you guys have an awesome day, awesome rest of your day, and I will see you next time here on Lipstick and Curls and hopefully on Jade Chronicles. Bye. Love y'all.